Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Young and Indigenous. Today we have our Best of Yay. This is a compilation of all of our favorite moments from 2023. Thank you all so much for joining this journey with us, and we hope to continue riding this with you throughout this next year. Haishka.
Young and Indigenous Podcast is an outlet for people to know about Indigenous knowledge, storytelling, and history. Through our youthful journeys as Indigenous people, through these stories, young people and elders share their experiences with us. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do this.
Yay Podcast!
A gift can mean anything to me, though. Like, gift is very broad to me. Like, you taking me shopping could be a gift. Like, I'm handsome. I mean, take me shopping. I deserve it.
Let's just start with the question of what does it mean to you to be a woman?
To me, being a woman means being unapologetically myself. I think it means that I can...
Girl. My same thought. No, those were my exact words, I promise you. I said authentically and unapologetically.
Yeah, it is. It's being able
Air five.
to...
A real high five.
Oh my God. It's being able to be excited and happy, and also being able to be sad and angry and standing Taylor Swift, but also...
I love being Indigenous. I also was thinking the other day, I was like, wow, I couldn't have been more appreciative to be, born Indigenous and from Lummi. Like there's, it's so beautiful out here. I'm pretty in tune with my culture, and it's a very beautiful, culture. So, yeah.
Our stories have to be told. Other stories have to be told. And so if you have it in yourself at all, anywhere, to be a writer, do it, because the world needs your voice, needs your story, and you never know who's going to encounter it and whose life it's going to change.
And as an Indigenous person, one of my goals is to bring the positive aspects of my culture into Western cultures, so that trans women and trans people are portrayed more positively in their communities.
culture basically saved my life, I would say. It brought purpose to my life, and it's something that I really love.
I like to kind of teach that true history, or just at least understand that, but also like have my own way of celebrating the harvest, giving thanks, and coming together with family to share food and laughs and medicine. So
And like with that, how do you bridge music and culture, and you know, when you create?
Yeah, so that's like our main thing with HGS Savage Fam. We always say we walk that talk, and like we wouldn't be here today without the teachings that we have, whether you're from the Northwest, whether you're from California, East Coast. Like all the ones I make music with, they practice their culture like in their ways, and then they show me, like when I go to their reses, like I get to see how they get down with their ceremonies. And then
You ain't old until you throw back to MySpace days.
Okay.
That's all I gotta say.
I was alive during that time, but I did not have a MySpace. I don't know how you had a MySpace. That's crazy.
I made my mom sign me up so I could have Rihanna in my top 8. Like, that's the only reason.
It was some of our first times getting to experience Canoe Journey and how impactful it is on our mental health and for our healing journeys. We get to be around so many of our Coast Salish people, and we get to share songs and dances and get to share a meal just like our ancestors did before colonial time.
I'm recovering from more than just Canoe Journey, being home it's really a check back into what we define as reality. It's our contemporary society and how we sustain ourselves here is getting back into work and staying busy, and so adjusting from a traditional, what we would call our traditional lifestyle, going from waking up at 2 or 3 in the morning to catch the tides and going to bed at 11 to 1 because you're that protocol, and then preparing for the paddle the next day. You're only sustaining on 2 hours of sleep, but you don't really notice as often. I mean, waking up at 3 in the morning, you notice that, but other than that, everything goes according to plan and plays out, and then you get back home and you're like, you have nothing more to do, you're not busy anymore, and you're sitting there at home and you're just in your own thoughts, and you're like, you miss it.
And to bring her home is so important because it's a big apology to the Southern residents. We're sorry we allowed that to happen. We're sorry that we allowed them to take your daughter at the age of 3 and rip her away from you and take her to Miami, where she's been performing ever since for 50 years. And it's time that she comes home to the Salish Sea, and that's the start of our apology to them. And making a thriving Salish Sea for the Southern residents also makes it a thriving Salish Sea for us. So in helping one, we help the two of us.
I think it's important to teach your children the language because they are the ones who are going to remember something. And it's a part of our oral traditions. So, you know, the things that we learned from our caregivers, whether it's, you know, your child learning from a grandparent or your child learning from an aunt or an uncle, or, you know, you as a parent yourself, they're going to remember something, and it's something about the development of them during the younger ages where they're going to absorb it more and remember it more. So the earlier you teach the kids the language, the more likely they are to remember it throughout their life.
If you put in the work to where your heart's at and where you want to go in life, nobody could stop you.
Hey everyone, thank you for listening to this episode of Young and Indigenous. We want to thank everyone for being a part of our journey throughout 2023 and sticking with us throughout 2024. Huge shout out and thank you to our funders, the Inatai Foundation, the Whatcom Community Foundation, and the Discurrent Foundation. Huge shout out to our team throughout the year: Waikikia Curly Bear, Haley Garrow, Roy Alexander, Ellie Smith, Free and Raven Borsey, Santana Rabang, Bella James, and Cyrus James.
Music by Mark Nichols, Keith Jefferson, Zach Cohen, Roy Alexander, and Jay Kiesel.
And another huge shout out, many haishkas to everyone for being a part of this journey this year. We look forward to 2024 after a bangin' 2023. Many haishkas. Thank you for listening. Oi.